Hi friends, Sally and I are so glad you're here today. Sally, can you say hi to our friends? Yeah, she's glad you're here too. Guess what time it is? You're right, it's time for Sally's treat. Would you like your treat? I think she would, friends. I've got it right here in my pocket. Here you go, Sal, you want that treat? All right, you have the treat while I say hi to our friends, okay, Sal? Okay. Hi, Craig and Teresa and Ashlyn, Remy and Amber, Olivia, Teacher Mac, Andy and Ada, Eli from Ben, Lincoln and Lily, Alexa and Flynn, Fife and Ford, Soren and Johan. What's for snack today, boys? Harper May. Are Henry and Brooklyn Ray napping, or are they listening with you today? Addison and Emma, Stella, Eli and Lizzie, Will and Brooke, Thea and Vesper and Mikey, Avery, Gray, Maya, Marquise, Joshua, Julia and Jeffrey, Karen and Eloise, Becky and Bella, Emma, Charlotte and Elliot, Eleanor, Maya, Nolan, Sam and Ellie, Landon and Adeline, Everly and Kinsley, Larky and Blossom, Brant and Reese, Michael and Milo, Rayu, Sophia and Maverick, Avery and Dakota, Pam and Jason and Lola, Andy, Mindy and Kristen, Terry and Judy, Millie and Sammy, Ruby and Oli, Sebastian and Sutton, Sloane, Olivia and Peyton, Freya, London, Henry, Ellis, Boyce, Max, Carlota, and Nathan and Avery. Hi, friends. If you didn't hear your name, make sure your grown-up lets me know that you're listening so I can say hi to you too. But if they don't, that's okay. I know you're out there, so hi, friends. Oh, Sally and I have a really good book today. It's a fun book. Sally, are you ready to read the book? Are you ready? Are you? Okay, she says, yes, let's read it. All right, friends. This book is called No Jumping on the Bed by Ted Arnold. Have you ever had a grown-up tell you not to jump on the bed? I know I did when I was little. All right, friends, let's find out about this little person here. What do you think, boy or girl? I think it might be a boy. Let's find out about him jumping on his bed. Sally, there's no more treats, so you need to come lay down. She's sniffing around for more treats, friends. Okay, lay down, Sal. Okay, lay down, Sally. In his bedroom near the top floor of the tall apartment building, Walter was getting ready for bed. Before turning out the light, his father said, "If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000,000 times, no jumping on the bed. One day it'll crash right down through the floor. Now lie down and go to sleep." "Just one more time," asked Walter, but instead he plopped down on his pillow and squeezed his eyes shut. His dad looks pretty serious. He's saying, "No more jumping on the bed." Right, Sally? No more jumping on the bed. "Good night," said his father, and off the light went and he pulled the door closed. The room was quiet and dark, except for the soft thump, thump, thump coming from the room above. "That's the Delberts upstairs," thought Walter. Everybody say thump, thump, thump. It's kind of fun to hear that pop with my mouth. You guys say it. Ready? Thump, thump, thump. He switched on his bedroom lamp. If the Delbert can jump on his bed, so can I. Walter bounced higher and higher. On his last jump, his hair brushed the ceiling. But when he came back down, the mattress creaked, the floor cracked, and the whole bed tipped up sideways. Then down through the floor fell Walter, bed and all. Oh no, friends. Now, it just sounds so happened that Walter's bedroom was directly above Miss Hattie's dining room. She was more than a little surprised when the bed fell through her ceiling and Walter landed in a pile of spaghetti and meatballs. "I was not expecting company for dinner," she mumbled with a mouthful of meatballs. Who likes meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs? I do. Said Walter. "Spaghetti is my all-time favorite." But before he could eat, his bed crashed through the table and kept right on going, crashing down through the floor. Down, down, down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, the plate of spaghetti, the bed, and all. Oh no, friends. Miss Hattie's dining room was above Mr. Mattie's TV room. Mr. Mattie didn't even notice the bed falling through his ceiling until a meatball bounced off his head. Miss Hattie tumbled onto his lap and Walter splashed into the aquarium. "I've already had my bath tonight," said Walter. He wanted to stay to watch the monsters on TV, but his bed crunched to the floor, taking the TV with it. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Mattie, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Walter's Aunt Batty had just moved into the building. She was still unpacking when Miss Hattie, Mr. Mattie, a dripping wet Walter came tumbling through the ceiling right into a box containing her rare stamp collection. Oh, goodness. When he burst through the bottom of the box, Walter was a sticky mess. "I see you started collecting stamps," said Aunt Batty as she followed through Walter through the hole in the floor. Down and down Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Mattie, Aunt Betty, and the stamp collection, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Oh, goodness. Patty and Natty had worked 3 days building their dream house with blocks. Afraid of Fatty, the cat, might knock something over, they carefully shooed her out at night. Then the upstairs neighbors came through the ceiling. "Excuse me," said Walter, remembering his manners. "We won't be staying long." But the words were barely past his lips when Walter's bed bashed through the floor and continued on its way. Oh, friends, I bet they felt a little sad. They worked really hard on that. I know a lot of my friends like to build with Legos. This is kind of like a Lego or a block tower they built there. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Mattie, Aunt Batty, Patty, Natty, Fatty the cat, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. The last thing Mr. Hattie ever expected was to see a bed coming through his studio ceiling, followed by everyone in the building. "If I'd known you wanted to see my paintings," he said, "I would have tidied up a bit." But they never once paused to admire Mr. Hattie's colorful artwork. They were too busy splashing in cans of paint. Then his floor caved in and everyone followed Walter's bed down through the hole. Down, down, down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Mattie, Aunt Batty, Patty, and Natty, and Mr. Henretti's fat cat. 7 cans of paint, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Oh my. The maestro and his string quartet were astonished by the colorful crowd that fell through the ceiling. The maestro loved the audience, and even if they dropped in unannounced. But when Walter's bed smashed to the floor, the paint splattered everywhere. The maestro wished his audience would leave, and so they did, along with the string quartet. Maestro's practice room floor was also the basement ceiling. It was dark and quiet as midnight down there. Walter squeezed his eyes closed and tumbled through the darkness until he landed on something soft. Everybody squeeze your eyes closed. Ready? He landed on something soft. What do you think he landed on? Let's find out. He opened his eyes. Everything was in its place. His bedroom lights were out. The door was almost closed. And through it, Walter thought he could hear his mother and father talking quietly. "No more jumping on the bed for me," mumbled Walter as he lay back down to sleep. Where was he? Was he back in his room? Suddenly, he heard a creak. The ceiling cracked and down came Delbert, the bed and all. Down, down fell Delbert. Oh, goodness. And that's the end, friends. Do you think that really happened to him? I think he might have been dreaming. What do you think? But one thing I do know is that it's probably not safe to jump on your bed. What do you think? I don't think so either. But friends, I'm wondering if you can do some jumping or some hopping today. Maybe you can jump on 2 feet. Find a big area where you can jump. Or maybe you can try to jump on 1 foot. Can you hop on 1 foot? Try 1 foot and then try the other. I bet one's a little bit easier to jump on than the other one. My right foot is easier for me to jump than my left foot. All right, friends, Sally and I are going to say goodbye. Sally, you ready to say goodbye? Come say goodbye to our friends. Can you say goodbye? All right, bye, friends. Sally's taking a nap over here.